All right, our blizzard conditions continue across the valley. Here's a time-lapse view as you're looking at Interstate 94 and University here this afternoon. Now, that's 32 degrees at 1:30 this afternoon, and the visibility started to reduce as we went past the midday hour. Then we got hit with bigger flakes, even lower visibility. It was gusty as well. That snow started to accumulate across the southern valley. Here in the Fargo-Moorhead area, in fact, in South Moorhead, I measured 5¼ inches of snow out there. This is from Osnabrück, and Jaden capturing this view of right at 2 feet of snow. A lot of reports of 2-foot snow totals, basically from west of Grand Forks all the way into the Devil's Lake Basin, north of there, and then straight south into the James River Valley. Numerous reports of 1 foot to 2 feet of snow. And that's where the wind continues to just blister the region with gusts over 45 to 50 miles per hour. Right now, Jamestown, your gusts are still 54 miles per hour. That heavy, wet snow, and combine that with these winds taking its toll on area trees. And Fargo with even just 3 to 6 inches of snow. Likewise, similar amounts reported in the city of Grand Forks. The weight of that snow and that wind causing some trees to collapse onto structures and hopefully not cars. If you have time and your vehicle's parked under a big tree with a lot of snow on it and it's bending, you may want to move your car. Temperatures below freezing now for almost all locations, with the exception of a few holding on to 32, including Grand Forks and Fargo. Speaking of Grand Forks to Fargo and the Highway 200 corridor right through the Griggs, Steele, and Trail counties, we see the deep blues. This area getting hit with some rapidly accumulating snow that punches into the Polk County area and also into Norman County right now. There's a little break in Devil's Lake, at least showing up on the radar. And then notice this band of snow is kind of getting pushed back to the west, and this is where the real heavy stuff is. So that's going to continue to wrap around tonight as well. Our whole storm system becoming even more complex, and it's going to be a tricky forecast the next 24 hours. We have the moisture train here, humid air working its way in. That's what you're seeing there. But this storm also sucking in some dry air as it spirals in this counterclockwise direction. That's going to cause the system to dry out, but is also going to cause our widespread areas of snow to really start to break apart during the overnight. Now, it's still going to be windy all night with gusts over 40 miles per hour to 50 miles per hour. And as we wake up, the heaviest snow will likely be in the Devil's Lake Basin. Now, that band of snow is setting up right here. Here, from Grand Forks area into parts of western Minnesota and near Fargo, we have another band and some more dry air out here circulating around. So through midday, we'll still have ridiculous conditions. But in the afternoon, you'll start to see the snow become less widespread. And we're going to have hit and miss areas of snow showers that'll be heavy. And the gustiest of the winds, those will be pushing down to the south as they subside. And really, gusts will be only over 35 miles per hour at that time. It's really in the late afternoon and evening when things start to dry and taper up. Now, speaking of moisture, we're still expecting from now on up to another inch where you see the blues and another inch where you see the greens, ½ inch to an inch where you see the blue colors. Snowfall, these light blues, just a trace to up to 3 inches in a few spots. We could still see some bands, depending on where they set up, that produce that 5 to 12 inches of snow. And the best chance of that will be in our western counties. So many of us will see the snow totals that we mentioned earlier in the show of upwards of 2 feet and have another 5 to 12 inches on top of it, particularly west of the Red River Valley. Here is a table for 2 feet of snow. Thanks so much, Myra, for sharing. Here's a look at your planning forecast. So Saturday, blizzard warning continues until 1. Then there's a big football game. The storm starts breaking apart and really diminishing as we go into Sunday, but we'll still have a chance of snow showers on Sunday. Little to no additional accumulation for most, so don't let that bother you. On Monday, can't rule out a sprinkle or two as temperatures try to rebound into the 40s next week. And then maybe if we can melt some snow and get things back to normal for this time of the year, we'll have a shot at 50 degrees as we close out the work week, Mike. Dangerous, and we plan on being here first thing in the morning to update you so you can get up, get the very latest in all the conditions right here.
Thanks. Up next on Valley News Live 10 at 10, how